watching KWQC TV, making a difference in the Quad Cities.
Now on TV6 News.
It was actually all gone. Like, you can't even tell where we lived. So.
The town of Greenfield, Iowa is a disaster zone after a violent tornado tore through Tuesday afternoon. Governor Kim Reynolds just spoke from Greenfield, the latest on recovery efforts coming up. And recognizing Palestine as a state, it's a decision that is being considered by 3 countries, and it's now putting a major strain on relationships with Israel. How the Biden administration is responding coming up.
And after an evening of strong storms, we turn our attention to some sunshine for today and some milder temperatures ahead. Quad Cities Today at 11 starts now.
You're watching KWQC TV6 Davenport, the station that cares for you. Live from the Quad Cities' #1 station for news. This is KWQC TV6 Quad Cities Today at 11.
Damaging wind in Lanark, Illinois on the left, lightning, strong wind and heavy rain in Eldridge in the middle, and major damage in Kwqc after damaging winds tore through the area. Communities are in recovery mode after severe weather struck parts of the Quad Cities area. It's a storm system that the First Alert weather team had been tracking for days, thanks to TV6 viewers who sent in these videos. Thanks for joining us for Quad Cities Today at 11. I'm Kyle Keel. One of the hardest hit areas Tuesday evening in our local area was Kwqc, Iowa. Our TV6 crew came across quite a bit of damage on their way up to Kwqc along Highway 61. Upon arrival in the city, they found multiple large tree limbs down. Near the fairgrounds on East Platte Street, the Eagles Club building was destroyed with debris being tossed onto an apartment complex and another nearby business. One man describes what he saw at the Eagles Club as the storm struck.
It lasted probably 3 minutes. I don't know. It seemed off, kind of fast, but it was now. It was white, and when it came out, everything was gone. The roof was gone. All you can do at that point is make sure everybody's safe.
Doom says he and other members of the Eagles Club will be out today cleaning up the debris. He says the club is a total loss. The Kwqc Airport clocked a peak wind gust of 73 miles per hour. Continuing our severe weather coverage, just moments ago, Governor Kim Reynolds toured the overnight damage in Greenfield, Iowa after violent storms and tornadoes tore through the area. Iowa State Patrol has confirmed multiple deaths from a tornado and at least a dozen injuries in the storms. Greenfield is a town of about 2,600 people, 60 miles southwest of Des Moines. A video of the aftermath shows trees being stripped and debris everywhere, leaving residents dealing with a massive cleanup effort. Governor Kim Reynolds joined state officials for a briefing in Greenfield moments ago and says that she is working to get the state more help following the severe weather.
We indicated that we will be putting forth an expedited presidential declaration. We're hoping by no later than tomorrow we'll have those numbers in so that we can get them to the White House and get a presidential disaster declaration as quickly as possible.
At the state level, Governor Reynolds has authorized a disaster proclamation for 15 counties across Iowa in response to the severe weather. The proclamation allows state resources to be utilized to respond to and recover from the effects of the severe weather. It also activates the Iowa Individual Assistance Grant Program and Disaster Case Advocacy Program. Right now, there are no counties in the TV6 viewing area included in the proclamation. It was a 1-2 punch in central and western Iowa Tuesday. Before the damaging tornadoes, severe weather caused flash flooding and knocked down trees and power lines across the area. Roads were closed off on parts of Interstate 235 after several inches of water stranded cars. The winds also uprooted old oak trees in the capital city. Carol Haltom lives in Des Moines with her grandparents. She says that the storm knocked down a tree in their front yard that was planted nearly a century ago.
Waiting on the next round. That's about it. Praying for the best.
Do you have your fingers crossed? Or?
No, we're praying. Lots of prayers. Yep, we were on the front porch here and heard a big cracking sound and it landed in the driveway, not on the house. So that's all that matters.
National Weather Service meteorologists from Des Moines and Davenport will be out surveying damage to determine how strong the winds were and how strong the tornadoes were across the state. So no doubt about it, it was certainly an active evening of weather across Iowa and even into western Illinois. Teresa Bryan joins us now in the First Alert Weather Center, and we had several reports of winds that were 70 to almost 90 miles per hour in our viewing area.
Yeah, I mean, just amazing to see all of the damage out there. And we did see several reports, not only of strong winds, but large hail, even a funnel cloud near Moscow, Iowa. Again, we are expecting to see clearer, drier, and cooler conditions for today. Let's take a look at what's happening now, and you will see temperatures starting to warm up by a few degrees. The warm sunshine returns with highs in the 70s. Currently in the Quad Cities area, we've got a temperature reading of 67 degrees, and winds moving out of the northwest, still pretty breezy at around 20 miles per hour. 62 now in Galena, 67 in Kwqc, 69 degrees in Princeton and also in Macomb, 67 in Muscatine and Mount Pleasant, and winds now moving out of the northwest at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We are seeing a few clouds out there and a few sprinkles of rain down to the south, but that's about it. Dry weather conditions expected throughout the day, and we will see a lot of clearing taking place through the afternoon and into the evening hours. Clear skies tonight, and then we set up for more sunshine again as we head into Thursday, and it looks like we're going to be seeing another beautiful day across the region, with highs reaching near the 80-degree mark. Today, looking for temperatures right around 75 degrees.
Coming up on Quad Cities today at 11, the Biden administration is responding to a group of countries who are aiming to recognize Palestine as its own state. Why this decision is now causing strain on foreign relations.